Coffee and cancer, the shocking truth. If you are over 60 and drinking coffee every morning, I need you to stop what you are doing and listen to this. For decades, you have been lied to about coffee and cancer. The so-called health experts told us coffee was dangerous, that it could give us cancer, and that we should limit our intake or avoid it completely. Well, I have shocking news that is going to change everything you thought you knew. Coffee does not cause cancer. In fact, coffee is one of the most powerful cancer-fighting beverages on the planet. But here is the catch. 90% of people are drinking it the wrong way, at the wrong temperature, and pairing it with foods that are turning their healthy morning ritual into a ticking time bomb. I am going to show you exactly how much coffee you need to drink, which cancers it protects you from, and the one deadly mistake that could literally give you cancer. This is not theory. This is based on over 1,000 scientific studies, and what I am about to share could save your life. Let me tell you a story that shocked me to my core. Back in the 1990s, the International Agency for Research on Cancer, part of the World Health Organization, classified coffee as possibly carcinogenic. Can you imagine? Millions of people around the world started their day terrified that their morning cup of coffee was slowly killing them. My own grandmother stopped drinking coffee because of this classification. She loved her coffee. It was her morning ritual, her moment of peace before the chaos of the day. And they took that away from her based on incomplete science. But here is where it gets interesting. In 2016, after reviewing over 1,000 studies on coffee and cancer, the same organization did something they rarely do. They completely reversed their position. They removed coffee from the carcinogenic list and admitted there is no sufficient evidence that coffee causes cancer. Zero. In fact, they discovered something that should have made headline news everywhere. The real danger was not the coffee. It was drinking any beverage too hot, above 65 degrees Celsius or 149 degrees Fahrenheit. That can damage your esophagus and increase cancer risk. So for all those years, people were avoiding coffee when they should have just been letting it cool down. Crazy, right? And listen, if what I am sharing is blowing your mind, do me a favor, hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to this channel so you never miss life-saving information like this. Your future self will thank you. Now let me share something that is going to shock you even more. Coffee does not just fail to cause cancer. It actively protects you against multiple types of cancer. And I am not talking about small benefits. I am talking about 30, 40, even 50% reductions in cancer risk. Let me walk you through the 7 types of cancer where the science is crystal clear. The first one is liver cancer, and this is where coffee is an absolute superstar. The World Cancer Research Fund, one of the most respected cancer research organizations in the world, has stated that there is strong evidence that coffee probably protects against liver cancer. Multiple studies show that drinking just 2 extra cups of coffee per day is associated with a 35% lower risk of hepatocellular carcinoma, the most common type of liver cancer. 35%. That is massive. And here is the beautiful part. It does not matter if you drink regular coffee or decaffeinated coffee. Both work. So even if caffeine makes you jittery or keeps you up at night, you still get this incredible protection. The compounds in coffee help reduce inflammation in your liver, improve how your body handles insulin, and may even slow down the progression of liver disease. This alone should be reason enough to drink coffee every single day. The second cancer that coffee fights is endometrial cancer. This is cancer of the lining of the uterus, and it is one of the most common cancers in women. Now, ladies, listen to this. Women who drink coffee regularly have a significantly lower risk of developing endometrial cancer. We are talking about a 20 to 30% reduction in risk when you drink 2 to 4 cups per day. And again, both regular and decaf show this benefit. But here is something really interesting. The protection appears to be even stronger in women who are carrying extra weight, with a body mass index of 25 or higher. So if you have struggled with your weight, coffee could be giving you extra protection. The way it works is fascinating. Coffee improves your insulin sensitivity and reduces inflammation, and both of these factors are huge when it comes to endometrial cancer risk. The third area is colorectal cancer, and this one has a twist. When it comes to preventing colorectal cancer in the first place, the research is all over the place. Some studies show a benefit, others show nothing. But here is where it gets really exciting. A brand new study from 2024 followed over 1,700 people who had already survived colorectal cancer. And they found that survivors who drank 2 to 4 or more cups of coffee per day had a significantly lower risk of the cancer coming back and a lower risk of dying. This is huge for anyone who has battled colorectal cancer or has family members who have. Coffee might help keep you cancer-free after treatment. This research is still new, but it is incredibly promising. Now, the fourth type is breast cancer, and I know this is a big concern for many women watching this video. Here is the good news. The evidence shows that coffee is neutral when it comes to breast cancer. That means drinking coffee does not increase your risk. After years of worry and conflicting information, you can finally relax and enjoy your coffee without fear. Some studies suggest there might be slight variations based on hormone levels or specific types of breast cancer, but overall, coffee is safe for breast health. Period. The fifth cancer is bladder cancer, and this is where the story gets really interesting. Older studies suggested that coffee might increase bladder cancer risk, and this scared a lot of people. But when researchers dug deeper and looked at higher quality studies, they discovered something critical. The increased risk was not from the coffee at all. It was from smoking. Coffee drinkers were more likely to be smokers, and smoking is a major cause of bladder cancer. When they controlled for smoking, the association with coffee disappeared. So if you are worried about bladder cancer, quit smoking. Keep drinking your coffee. The sixth cancer is lung cancer, and I need to be honest with you here. This one is complicated. Some recent studies have found associations between coffee and lung cancer, even after trying to adjust for smoking. But here is the problem. Smoking is such a powerful risk factor for lung cancer that it is incredibly difficult to separate its effects from coffee. Other studies looking specifically at people who have never smoked show no association with coffee. So what is the bottom line? The evidence is uncertain, and we should not jump to conclusions either way. But I will tell you this. If you are concerned about lung cancer, the absolute most important thing you can do is not smoke and avoid secondhand smoke. Coffee is not going to be your problem. Cigarettes are. The seventh area includes several other cancers where we are seeing promising signals but need more research. These include cancers of the mouth and throat, prostate cancer, and some skin cancers. Coffee drinkers appear to have lower risks of these cancers in some studies, but the results vary, so we need to be cautious. The takeaway is this. There are multiple cancers where coffee either definitely helps or at minimum does not hurt. That is a win. Now here is the question everyone wants answered. How much coffee should you be drinking? Based on all the research I have reviewed, the sweet spot is 2 to 4 cups per day. Let me break this down so you know exactly what that means. One standard cup of coffee is 8 fluid ounces, which is about 240 milliliters. So 2 to 4 cups would be 16 to 32 fluid ounces total, or about 480 to 960 milliliters per day. Now, if you are using a typical coffee mug, which is usually bigger than 8 ounces, you might only need 3 to 4 mugs to hit that range. The point is, You do not need to drink a gallon of coffee to get the benefits. 2 to 4 moderate-sized cups spread throughout the day is perfect. And remember, decaf works just as well for liver and endometrial cancer protection, so choose what works for your body. But here is the critical warning, and this is where people are making a deadly mistake. The one way coffee can increase your cancer risk is if you drink it scalding hot. The International Agency for Research on Cancer has classified beverages consumed at temperatures above 65 degrees Celsius or 149 degrees Fahrenheit as probably carcinogenic. When you drink beverages that are too hot, you damage the delicate lining of your esophagus over and over again, and that damage can lead to esophageal cancer. So here is what you do. After you pour your coffee, let it sit for 3 to 5 minutes. Let it cool to a warm, comfortable temperature. You should be able to take a sip without burning your tongue. This applies to tea, hot chocolate, any hot beverage. It is not the coffee that is the problem. It is the temperature. This one simple change could save your life. Now let me tell you about the 3 deadly combinations that are turning healthy coffee into a cancer-promoting disaster. The first deadly combination is coffee with loads of sugar and flavored syrups. When you walk into a coffee shop and order a caramel macchiato with whipped cream and extra syrup, you are basically drinking a dessert. All that sugar spikes your blood sugar and insulin levels sky high, which creates inflammation throughout your body. And inflammation is one of the key drivers of cancer. High sugar intake is also linked to obesity. And obesity is a known risk factor for at least 13 different types of cancer, including breast, colorectal, and endometrial cancer. So you are taking a cancer-fighting beverage and turning it into a cancer-promoting one. What should you do instead? Drink your coffee black or add a splash of milk or cream without sugar. If you absolutely need some sweetness, use a tiny amount of natural sweetener, but keep it minimal. Your body will thank you. The second deadly combination is coffee with ultra-processed pastries and breakfast foods. Picture this. You go to your favorite coffee shop, order a large latte, and grab a muffin or a croissant to go with it. Sounds innocent, right? Wrong. Those pastries are made with refined flour and inflammatory seed oils. They spike your blood sugar, provide almost no nutrition, and create massive inflammation in your body. This is the opposite of what you want. Instead, if you are going to eat something with your coffee, choose real food. Eggs with avocado, a handful of nuts, some berries. These foods provide protein, healthy fats, and nutrients that stabilize your blood sugar and support your health, not destroy it. The third deadly combination is drinking coffee on an empty stomach if you have digestive issues. Now, coffee itself is not the problem, but the caffeine can stimulate acid production in your stomach. If you have a sensitive stomach or acid reflux, drinking coffee first thing in the morning on an empty stomach can make you feel terrible. The solution is simple. Have a small amount of food with your coffee, or switch to a lower acid coffee, or try decaf. Listen to your body and adjust accordingly. Now, beyond drinking coffee, let me give you 7 powerful strategies you can implement today to slash your cancer risk even further. The first strategy is to move your body every single day. I'm not talking about running marathons or spending hours in the gym. I am talking about 30 minutes of walking, swimming, dancing, gardening, anything that gets you moving. Regular physical activity is one of the most powerful cancer prevention tools we have. It helps you maintain a healthy weight, reduces inflammation, improves how your body handles insulin, and boosts your immune system. Make movement a non-negotiable part of your day. The second strategy is to get your weight under control. I know this is not easy, and I am not here to shame anyone. But excess body fat, especially around your belly, produces inflammatory chemicals and hormones that increase cancer risk. Even losing just 5 to 10% of your body weight can have massive health benefits. Start small. Focus on real food. Cut out the sugar and processed junk. And be patient with yourself. The third strategy is to eat a rainbow of vegetables and fruits every single day. These foods are packed with antioxidants, fiber, vitamins, minerals, and phytochemicals that protect your cells from damage and support your immune system. Aim for at least 5 servings per day and focus on variety. The more colors on your plate, the better. Think dark leafy greens, vibrant berries, orange sweet potatoes, red tomatoes. Your body needs this fuel. The fourth strategy is to limit or avoid processed meats and reduce your red meat consumption. Processed meats like bacon, sausage, hot dogs, and deli meats are classified as carcinogenic. They are linked to colorectal cancer. If you love bacon, I am not saying you can never have it again, but make it an occasional treat, not a daily habit. And when it comes to red meat like beef, pork, and lamb, keep your portions moderate and choose quality sources. The fifth strategy is to be very careful with alcohol. I know a lot of people enjoy a glass of wine with dinner, and I am not here to be the fun police. But alcohol is a known carcinogen. It is linked to several types of cancer, including breast, liver, colorectal, and esophageal cancer. If you choose to drink, keep it moderate. That means up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 for men. And honestly, less is better. The sixth strategy is to avoid tobacco in all forms. If you are still smoking, I am begging you to quit. Smoking is the single largest preventable cause of cancer. It is responsible for about 30% of all cancer deaths. It causes lung cancer, throat cancer, bladder cancer, pancreatic cancer, and more. If you need help quitting, talk to your doctor. There are medications, support groups, and resources that can help you. And avoid secondhand smoke as well. Do not let other people's smoke damage your health. The seventh strategy is to prioritize sleep. I cannot emphasize this enough. Poor sleep is linked to increased inflammation, a weakened immune system, and hormonal imbalances that can increase cancer risk. You need 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep every night. Go to bed at the same time every night. Keep your bedroom dark, cool, and quiet. Turn off screens an hour before bed. Treat your sleep like the life-saving medicine that it is. Now let me answer the most common questions I get about coffee and cancer. First question: does it matter if I drink organic coffee? While there is no strong evidence that conventional coffee increases cancer risk, organic coffee reduces your exposure to pesticides and chemicals. If you can afford it, go for organic. But the most important thing is to drink coffee regularly, whether it is organic or not, because the benefits far outweigh any tiny risks from pesticide residues. Second question: is instant coffee as good as brewed coffee? Yes, instant coffee contains many of the same beneficial compounds, including antioxidants. The concentration might be slightly lower due to processing, but instant coffee still provides health benefits. If you prefer instant for convenience, go ahead. Just make sure it does not have added sugars or artificial ingredients. Third question: what about adding milk or cream? Is that okay? Absolutely. Adding a moderate amount of milk or cream does not cancel out the benefits. Just avoid adding sugar. Some people actually find that a bit of fat from milk or cream reduces jitteriness from caffeine. Whole milk or cream in small amounts is fine. Plant-based milks like almond or oat milk work too, but check the labels for added sugars. So here is your action plan starting today. Drink 2 to 4 cups of coffee per day. That is 16 to 32 fluid ounces, or 480 to 960 milliliters. Let your coffee cool for a few minutes before drinking. Keep it simple, black or with a small splash of milk or cream. No sugar. Pair your coffee with real nutrient-dense food, not pastries, and combine your coffee habit with those 7 cancer-fighting strategies I just shared. If you do this consistently, you will be giving your body powerful ammunition to fight cancer and live a longer, healthier life. Thank you so much for watching. If this video opened your eyes and changed what you thought you knew about coffee and cancer, do me a huge favor. Share this with everyone you know, especially your friends and family who are still afraid of their morning coffee. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss videos like this. And drop a comment below telling me where you are watching from and whether you are a coffee drinker. I read every single comment. I will see you in the next video, and remember, knowledge is power, but only if you take action. Now go enjoy that cup of coffee.